When our Ireland tour guides, my daughter and daughter-in-law, said we were going to visit Beehive huts, I wasn't sure what to expect. Mike dug out some cash to pay the entrance fee, and we walked up the hill in the rain. A circular area was surrounded by a stone wall. Inside were numerous stone structures made of stacked stone. Nothing fancy, no mortar, no mud, just rocks.
The Beehive huts were roundish, and the walls went straight up about 4 feet. Then the rocks came in a little bit each layer until the roof closed at the top. Most of the ones we saw no longer had their roofs, but here's a picture of one that did. There's a lot of speculation about who built these huts and how old they are, but one thing we know is that a huge structure using this technique was built in Ireland about 3,500 BC, and much of it is still standing over 5,000 years later. Okay, well, that's interesting, but where's the spiritual application? The people who built these structures didn't have architecture degrees, but they built structures which have lasted for thousands of years.
When God calls us to a task, the world may tell us that we don't have the skills to accomplish it. Like right now, I'm trying to figure out how to publish a book I've written. I have been stalled for almost a year because common knowledge is that I have to write a proposal, update my website, begin a newsletter, build an email list, regularly post on social media, find an agent, find a publisher, and a dozen other things. I have done almost nothing because all this was too overwhelming. But I believe God wants me to publish this book. So I've asked for help from several people who have helped me find some of the right-sized rocks. And they are starting to show me how to put one stone on top of another in a way that closes the gap from where I am to where I want to be. The task is far from complete. There's still a big hole in the roof. But each time I put a rock in the right place, the gap gets smaller. And God's doing the same in my character, one stone at a time.
Ephesians 2:21 and 22 says, "In him," that is Jesus, "the whole building is joined together and rises to become a holy temple in the Lord. And in him, you too are being built together to become a dwelling in which God lives by his Spirit." Maybe you've also got a God-ordained task that seems too big. Or maybe you're struggling with a deeply seated habit that is keeping you from being who God designed you to be. Don't get discouraged or overwhelmed. Just find one small thing that you know is right and follow God's lead for how to place it into your life. Those gaps will close over time, and those changes will benefit you and others for many years to come. Thanks for trekking with the Foxes.